I saw a guy trolling, obviously, on TikTok or whatever. He had a MAGA hat on. He looked like Nick Fuentes. I don't think it was him, though. But he was like, "You're never gonna be a woman president, ever. Glass ceiling? It's made of bricks, you dumb bitch. You're never, ever gonna be president because we make the rules. The men. You hear that, honey? You understand what I'm saying to you, you
dude, I saw
bluesy."
Yeah, I saw that clip was going bananas viral on Twitter and elsewhere, and it was Nick Fuentes, where he's like, "Your body, my choice, forever." He was like, clearly, and I was watching that, and I'm like, this is arguably going to be the most interacted with bait on the globe.
It's a long video.
He's like, I saw the I don't know, maybe it's longer than the clips I saw, but it was,
he rants for like a minute.
Your body, my choice, forever. Another one for the boys. Boys rule. Boys win. The glass ceiling, it's made of bricks, and you're just going to keep bashing your head off of it. You will never have a woman president.
The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
Boys win again.
He went so hard. I was laughing so much. I was like,
so funny. In a totally selfish way, I want the Democrats to double down on all of these pet social issues, because it will be, because normal people hate this shit.
And can I tell you, they
need, like, if they do, they're just being led around by the nose by people.
Each side has this blind spot for the other where they can't like empathize with them and get inside their shoes. It's like when the left says that the right wants to control women's bodies, and they're like, "What are you talking about? No, we didn't want you to quit killing your kids. Say, stop killing them babies. Hey, put that baby down."
Yeah.
You know, like that's and the right is like, yeah, they just love murdering kids, those bitches. And it's like, no, like sometimes I know you didn't get a great education about what's inside of a woman, but it's not just the vagina. See, there's this whole inner working in there, and shit goes wrong. You don't even want to know. All sorts of gross, icky stuff happens inside of a woman. And you want a doctor to, and Lindsay knows. Lindsay be explaining
despicable
this. You don't even want to know the evil that goes on inside of a woman's vagina.
Don't even like him voting.
But like abortion can be healthcare. It can be, but I hate this idea that it just is healthcare in the same way that like X-rays are healthcare. You know, like we don't also use X-rays to murder small children.
Right.
You know,
somebody.
You know,
yeah.
Did they die just recently in the parking lot while the mother was yelling to the doctors, like, "Why aren't you doing anything?" And they're like, you know, we needed to go more septic before we know that this isn't an abortion and it's actually life-saving.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff in Texas where they can't intervene with.
I think that's illegal. You can't let someone die.
Like, they have to choose they can't abort the baby though, and they need to remove the fetus, which is going to be a technical abortion to like stop the infection. Like the infection is the rotting fetus inside of her, and removing it is technically
it's not an abortion if the baby's dead.
It's dying, and it
was dying. Yeah, it wasn't dead yet, so they were like making the mom wait for the baby to die. It was a bad situation. Did the mother die? The one from a few weeks ago? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't pay too much attention to it, but you know, I see stories like that where either mothers die or almost die, and there's multiple lawsuits, and it's usually Texas.
Texas made it illegal to go to another state to get your abortion, which is like, wait a minute, that was everybody's plan.
Yeah, I don't like, you can't be legislating people's ability to travel freely throughout the country.
Well, see, it's not just that. And that's my worry with the right on that issue. It's like I empathize with the idea that we shouldn't have like serial aborters out there who are just doing it for kicks. Like we need to find those 8 women who do that and like lock them up. And when frivolous abortions, I guess I'll call them, where you're just, I don't know. There should be fewer late term abortions too, but clearly it's a healthcare situation in many scenarios. And I just wish that, I don't know, there was that nuance could be legislated correctly. Because what I don't want is that every time a woman who's pregnant goes to a doctor, they're like, "Oh, are you pregnant? When was the day of your last period?" Which they always ask, and she tells them, they're like, "All right, now you're in the database, pregnant.
Yeah.
Now in 9 months we're going to come looking for the baby, and if you don't have it, we'll start the kidnapping charges and move to the murder charges after that if we don't find the child." You know what I mean? Like, where'd the baby go? You were pregnant 8 months ago. Where's the baby?
Huh.
So
What I'm saying is
that what they're worried about?
That's what I'm worried about. That seems like the logical next step. If you really want to make sure that no abortions are happening at all, then every time a woman, you want to keep track of who's pregnant so that you know who's committed an abortion. It's like the logical next step to me.
I think like the best solution like has already kind of been reached in that like it should be a state thing. Like Missouri, which is arguably the reddest of red states in the entire country, just lost that referendum. Like,
can you explain? They lost the referendum, which
the amendment. So there was an amendment this time to make abortion like fully illegal here. Okay. And despite Missouri going red on like everything else, the pro-abortion side, it was narrow, very close, but they won that one. And so like now they're reaffirming the abortion rights, I believe, in Missouri. Not as like not late term like some states allow.
6 weeks, 12 weeks. What is it?
I think it's 12. I'll have to
6 years.
12, it works. 6 is tight. And I know I've explained this to the audience before, but it starts from the date of the last period. So the first 2 weeks, she hasn't even fucked anyone. And that's like the first 2 of the 6. 2 weeks in, she gets laid. 2 weeks after that, 4 weeks total is when she expects her period. And that is when she starts to suspect that she might be pregnant, right? That is the beginning, 4 weeks into the 6. And women go late all the time. It's not until like 4.5 weeks, maybe, that she's buying pregnancy tests and checking that shit out. So she has like 10 days to abort this baby. They describe it as 6 weeks. It's more like 1.5, and that's not a lot of time.
Yeah, it's 6 weeks here. 10 or 12 seems more fair to me, like based on what you just told me.
And then post 12, tell me about the viability of this baby. Like, is his brain on the outside? Because if that's the case, why are we carrying this thing to term?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely in those scenarios, and a lot of scenarios, honestly. How tall is he going to be? Is he going to be 6 feet?
Does he have the gay gene?
What if he's not blonde?
We have to figure these things out. I was joking that you could tell if they were gay, and that
gay gene. Okay, I misheard.
They haven't found the gay gene yet.
Yeah, they found gay guy's name gene,
Levi's.
But no gay gene yet. Seems to be
Taylor.
Elusive. Well, when that was implemented, nobody predicted it could be used this way.
There's another law from like 1897 or 1800s that says that it's illegal to use the mail to transport any written material about abortion or about the procurement of an abortion. And that's still on the books. It was left there because Roe versus Wade made it null. But now that Roe has been overturned, technically speaking, it's against the law to mail anything pertaining to abortion, which could be interpreted that it's illegal to use the mail to send people's birth control to them, or to use the mail to move birth control pills to a pharmacy.
You think that's going to actually be used, or is it going to be one of those like you can't walk backwards on Sunday in Connecticut kind of laws?
Oh, JD Vance seems to love the law. He's brought it up several times. He thinks it's a great way to target abortion.
Interesting. He said on Rogan that he kind of saw the writing on the wall when his team got blown out in Ohio by pro-abortion people. And so because apparently
I never know what to believe, right? Like so there are a lot of people who sane washed things that Trump said, right? He said that, but what he meant was this better thing. And I'm trying not to crazy wash what JD Vance said, right? What he said was, the writing's on the wall. People don't want extreme positions on women's rights. And what I hear is he's lying to win a popularity contest. But I just made that up, right? You can't go by that.
Coming for your pussy, ladies.
I don't think that, like, when you accuse politicians of like lying to win popularity contests, like that's not.
That is what they do.
Like that is their entire job.
Yeah.
Like they do this.
But I accuse Republicans routinely of hearing what they want to hear. And let me go on a little side note about this. When I talk, I almost always do this thing where I avoid absolutes. I just did it, right? It is hard to say that I'm always like, I'm wrong about this thing, because I'll be like, men are generally bigger than women. I don't say men are bigger, because sometimes they're not. Trump instinctively sort of says both things and lets you pick the one that you want to hear. And I think Republicans have sort of always just heard the one they want to hear because of his speech pattern where he does this. I call it the Trump two-step. And JD Vance telling people what they want to hear to win a popularity contest. I'm just wish casting that he's lying or something. I don't know. We'll see how it works out.